Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. Pablo, how you doing today?
Doing well. Welcome to our community updates and Q&A, everyone. Good seeing everyone that's starting to pull in, and Yassine is in first. Hi, Yassine. How's it going?
Ryan, Ann, Lindsay, good to see you all. Hey, what's up, A-Train, Helen, Mark? How's everybody doing today?
It's good to see you all. So today we have a few updates that came out since Monday, both to iOS and Android. In both of those situations, the main update was bringing them up to speed to the 99 character limit for titles. So for those of you that
Correct.
have been asking for longer titles, please make sure to check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. So before it was about 50 characters total, so this is almost double and should allow you to get a lot more creative and descriptive with those titles. So this is now rolled out across all the devices, so iOS, Android, as well as desktop. And we also have a new release, 6.6.15 for iOS, which is really exciting. In addition to the character count improvement and expansion to 99 characters, we also have a few other things ranging from fixes to on some devices there was an issue with the Zoom actually getting stuck behind a comment, that button, so that has been resolved. There's also a few other ones from special characters now being displayed more properly. Memory usage is now more optimized, so hopefully, should be generally much smoother and take up slightly less memory usage for your device. So that could result in, less overheating and all that, but still it's a best practice. You should shut down some of those extra apps in the background just to make sure you have the best possible computing power to do all of this live stream and multicasting through the Happs app.
Yep, that
There we
is
go. I think that covers most of it. A couple other crash fixes for those rare users who were experiencing some issues. That should be rolled out. So go ahead and make sure you have the latest version of that came out within the last 12 to 24 hours, depending on where in the world you are. So do check that out in the App Store.
definitely. And for those of you that haven't heard the update, in case since this is the first time we're doing this with this update at this time, the new high quality audio is now available for Android. So if you're an Android user and you'd like to test that out, please do so and let us know what you think. We're happy to receive feedback and see where it's at now compared to before.
Totally. Hey, welcoming everyone in here. Yeah, we did jump right into updates if you missed it. The main one is that there are 99 characters possible for titles now across all devices, and this is nearly double the previous limit. So you can get a lot more descriptive and put in other additional descriptors for that as well as characters. So be sure to check it out and put it to use. The other main update is that there is a new iOS update out that includes this character update, but also some other things and crash fixes and just general improvements to CPU usage and things. So be sure you're using that if you're an iOS user, especially a broadcaster.
Correct. Yeah, that is a perfect summary. Well done, Peter.
Man, occasionally I can be succinct. Who knew?
Occasionally, but don't start asking questions.
Occasionally, yeah.
So yeah, great. With that being out of the way, the latest version is, as Yassine is posting there, 6.6.15 for iOS. And I will let you all know what it is for Android right now. 1 second.
And we can start to take a few questions. Yeah, so there's also, thanks Raymond for that reminder. There's also now high quality audio for Android after a long wait for many Android broadcasters. This is specifically relevant to musicians and performers, right? If you're having just a normal conversation, you probably don't need that HD setting on any device, right? But if you really want to make the most of it, particularly if you're playing an instrument and singing, it does make a dramatic difference to use that HD. Great. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Glad you've updated. See, what other questions do we have here? Seeing who your audience is, says Trustbus. Yes, so that is something that's on our list. We appreciate it. Yeah, it's still kind of up in the air whether that will be implemented or not. It seems like the community is a bit divided on that one, so we'll provide more intel when that decision becomes clear. Other things that are on our list in the near term that our team is working on include this custom RTMP input, which is the ability to be able to connect from OBS, right, which is a different type of software directly in and stream into the Happs broadcast studio, as well as things like drone live streams and all that. So our team's actively working on that, and we'll have some further updates next week with details.
Definitely. Daryl's asking any updates on lag in the studio. I'm assuming you mean with regards to the lag in the program window, not anything in regards to the comments. Yeah, so that's something that the team will get to, and enhancements of the studio will be coming. It's just right now, one of the big work items is actually RTMP, so getting that up and ready to go. So you all can have that, and then we'll definitely be making suggestions on studio improvements.
Yep, our team will be certainly taking a hard look at user experience and making sure that it's really optimized. So stay tuned for that. It's by no means a finished product, still in beta. Just a reminder to everyone, and we're pumping out new updates on nearly every device on a weekly basis or so. So thank you for tuning in. Hey, great to see Eileen Smith. Yeah, wonderful to see you here. We appreciate your tutorials on YouTube and other things describing how to use Happs, and are really glad to have you in our community, Eileen. Let's see. Jacinta, mi taza. Yes. So it's
Yeah.
Stan Ruta. Pablo tiene toda la swag, right?
Well done.
Oh man, that took all my brain power.
Ya está todo en cajas, ahora solamente falta mandarlos y llevarlos al correo, y de ahí deberían de tenerlos en una semana máximo.
So swag is on the way. Translation,
Yeah.
yes, for folks who have earned it as part of that March leaderboard, it is in the mail. And Pablo, are you still wearing your dang Happs sweatshirt that I still don't have?
Yes.
Classic. You're gonna wear that every day until everyone has it, and then you're gonna stop wearing it because it's not cool anymore. I know you. Oh man. Anyway, good to see everyone here. What is the audio quality?
So Brett just answered right now, and it's mono only for now at 96, if memory serves me. I'm assuming that is not complete. Brett, he probably, it's going based off of what he remembers. Sure. Thanks, Omni. I look forward to that that email, and hopefully we can get that solved for you. Is there any questions that we're missing here? Nope, not yet.
Not so far. Eric, I did receive your email. I will respond to it shortly here. No one could see my comments yesterday in a stream when I was typing on my computer or on mobile. Glitch. Huh. Is that in your... there could be a few reasons for that. One is that you may have been muted or blocked by a user, the broadcaster.
If you were blocked by them, then you wouldn't even be able to see it or comment, but definitely muted, it seems.
So. And it could be inadvertent, so check with that broadcaster and see what happened there. Maybe do a test with them. Wouldn't it be nice to know I'm here before I send a message?
Yeah, we've gotten that comment already. I feel like we're going to get that comment every single time. Oh, your Zoom button disappeared permanently. Are you on the latest update? Because that was one of the fixes in this latest update, because it was actually hiding behind comments for some users. So make sure that you're on the latest update and try again.
Yeah. Hearing things, or is there a crowing rooster in the background?
There is a crowing rooster in the background.
That would be on Pablo's end, huh?
Yeah, I really need to point out to someone that they cannot be out at this time of day. Yeah.
Anyone know any sportscasters not on Happs? Send them my way or encourage them to join. Hashtag makes sports Happsin. Love that, Aaron. Yes. Thank you for rallying the troops, so to speak, and putting the word out to new sportscasters. We would love to invite them into the Happs community. Thanks for that. And thanks for other folks, helping to spread the word.
Yeah,
Respect for the Rooster.
Yes. The Rooster is now officially going to be the talking point for the rest of the day. So great.
Could be. Could be.
Any other questions from anyone? Want to see a fountain? Sure, Chris. It would be great to see you live again.
Yeah, indeed. I'm loving the app more and more, says Karen. Great. Really glad to hear that. Yassine says hello from Mute Mic, Share, and reacting to comments on the new mobile player. So not on
that. Yeah. So I don't know if Brett, you're still in the room, but he'd be the best to answer that question as far as when that'll be returning.
Right. It's not on the most recent release that's come out within the last 12 to 24 hours, but it's definitely on the agenda in the near term for some of those updates. Yeah, including viewing other people's profiles, right, from the comments, etc.
Right. And by mute mic, I'm assuming, Yassine, that you mean muting the broadcast, not muting your mic, because you probably don't have your. Everyone should be able to mute their mics when broadcasting. Right. That's not happened. Yeah, hasn't been reported.
I tried going live and I can't get the writing off the screen. It also has me in pre-live. How do I turn it off?
So the writing on the screen are pre-made comments from a HapsBot that give you the latest information. That is not in your broadcast. That's just how comments roll in. If you want to turn off all comments, in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a 3-dot menu. In that 3-dot menu, you can select turn off comments. Also, if you want to get out of pre-live, you just have to hit the go live button. But make sure that you're all the way through all of the steps, because there's
this is on mobile, just to be clear.
Yeah, and just remember that next step. It's very important to get to the final step where you see that red go live button. Otherwise, you're not fully live yet.
Right. Yes. Let's see. Can we possibly do 15-minute scheduling intervals, says Aaron. Yeah, so we'll be probably deploying at some point here some new widgets and abilities to have a lot more customizability within the scheduling, so that you can be more precise, and abilities to edit that upcoming broadcast in more ways. So stay tuned. It's on the list, Aaron. Thank you. Eileen says, any recent updates for the desktop studio? So we have had a series of updates, mainly on CPU usage over the past few weeks, Eileen. We will be doing a serious sprint for user experience and making some noticeable changes to that in the medium term. But our near-term project is the ability to have a custom RTMP input into the broadcast studio for things like OBS, and also the ability to have that RTMP input from other hardware like drones, for example, or GoPros or things like that.
Correct. That's what I'm personally really excited about, being able to connect a GoPro. And Peter's personally probably really excited about being able to connect his drone.
Yeah, very much so. I actually also have a GoPro, so I can't wait to test both those out. We'll let you know once they are officially rolled out. When I go live, it doesn't send out notifications to my subscribers. Yes, it should. Please test that out. And if that's not happening for whatever reason, please let us know. Please release Happs Periscope Edition. So we are not Periscope, but we welcome you in. We have a different strategy and set of features here, and have a lot of things that Periscope already doesn't offer, including multicasting and things like that. Yeah, we'd be curious to hear more specific requests, though, in that regard. Subscribers can turn off notifications, says Eileen. Yes, that's true. So it is possible that could be part of it. I sent an email both with screen recording of not being able to sign in via my iPad. Uninstalled and reinstalled. It just keeps loading. So that's curious. Wonder what device you're on. Is that an older iPad by any chance? We technically haven't optimized for iPads or tablets for either iOS or Android. It's on our list as well, but for right now, we are mobile first. So our team does not have resources to fully optimize that, but at the same time, it should be working with at least that basic level of functionality. I know for viewing in particular, most users are having a pretty good experience from what we've seen from customer surveys and stuff. But send us more information. Any chance Happs will get on Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire Stick so we can watch live and recorded broadcasts on our TV? So that's a really good question. That's also on our backlog of feature requests for some of that compatibility, for iOS. I love being able to have that screen share functionality, right? If you have Apple devices or an Apple TV, that's kind of the only way you can do it, to my knowledge right now. But perhaps others have suggestions here. Is there a way to see every single live stream on the platform apart from trending? So there's not. Trending is the closest thing to that right now. Same with me. That's the issue I have. It tells me I'm logged out, but then glitches and I'm logged in, which is good, I guess, but still weird it does log out for a sec. So you must be on a tablet as well, Rami. It would be really...
Seems like he's on he mentioned he was on an iPhone 11 earlier.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hey,
Funky.
Rev, you are late to the party.
So late. No, just kidding. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you here. Nice broadcast yesterday, by the way. Good interview with that actor and filmmaker.
I feel like you all are just joking with us now, because how many times have we answered this question about can we see who's in the room? Or are you just like not actively listening to us? Sorry to sound like an asshole.
Pablo's had it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like every 5 seconds, y'all. I mean, we get it. We know we want to get there, but
maybe it's important to us. Yeah,
I get that. I hear you.
It must be.
Yeah, it's just late coming in. Were you though? Because I remember answering a few questions from you earlier, like not that long ago.
Not actively listening. So many comments coming in. Oh man,
I set myself up for this.
We love you all. Hey, it's okay. So
how many times do we need to ask to get it? That is a very good question. The question is, how many times do Peter and I need to ask as well? Because what you all
know the answer. So the answer is it's on our list of considered features. Kimberly, yes, we haven't rolled it out. It's not on the near term right now, and some other users have mentioned, some could care less about that, but we'll definitely, it's in strong consideration as a feature, but we don't have any official announcements. It's not on the near term list at least. So.
Yeah, Nazim, the best browser to use if you want to go live is Chrome. 100% on that right now. I missed everything after hello.
Well, watch the replay then, or ask a question.
What about a live option on Discovery? Craig Brown. So that's a good question. There actually was a point in time where live broadcast did live on Discovery, but we since moved it because the trending tab now features a lot more live broadcasts than we once did. I think before it was a cap of 8, and so you weren't getting anywhere near enough of what was actually going on the platform. And now with the expanded list, you're getting more. But as a reminder, in many cases, you're still not seeing every single person that's live. So just keep that in mind.
So JR, we don't publish our enhancement list or our product roadmap, partially because it does shift and change around, and we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver on certain features. So we announce them as they roll out, and when they are on the precipice of being really close to implemented. So that's kind of our reasoning behind that. Hey, Chloe, good to see you. Oh my gosh. Is that a former Happs team member? What?
That's a former Happs intern. That is correct. Good seeing you again, Chloe.
Great to see you back here. How's life? Very cool.
Yeah, so following a broadcaster right now is not available in the new iOS player, but will be coming soon, Bjorn. Thanks for reminding that. Right. So JB, that is a good point that needs to be made. Um, it's also not every single broadcaster wants to be able to see who's in the room. So it's been a discussion. But once we have an update for everyone, we will definitely let you know. We're not going to try or even consider keeping that information from everyone. As you know, whenever we have an update, we go ahead and share it with you all here. Some
Yep.
people need it. Well aware, Kimberly. Definitely aware of the needs for that information as well. So thank you. There's some people that just like to watch. What's the big deal about knowing who is in there? I think it should be an option personally. Right. So that's
Right.
probably
The
the
debate
direction.
continues. Yeah.
So yeah, the direction is probably going to be somewhere along those lines. We're just not sure yet, as we mentioned. So once we know, we'll let you know.
That's awesome.
Peter,
A sign goes in the mail soon. Yes.
yeah,
Chris
new
and
prop for
Martin,
you in the background, huh?
very excited to put that back behind me on the shelf somewhere. For those who missed it, Chris and Martin are making some really cool, kind of customized Happs logos and stuff with people's handles. So I did purchase one. This is not a paid promotion. I just am excited about it. Let's see here. Discovered how important it is to have a fast computer for Happs. Since getting a new laptop, no one complains I'm blurry and pixelated anymore, says Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, having, as high working memory or RAM on the computer as possible is really, really important. Yeah, in particular, the latest models for both Macs and, several types of PCs or other brands tend to do well. If they're more than a few years old, we tend to see a dramatic decrease in performance, and so that can definitely help. Also, MacBook Airs, things that are more tablets like, don't do very well either, we found. For now, although we are working to make sure that our CPU needs come down, but there's a lot going on in the broadcast studio when it comes to graphics and multicasting and all these things. So yes, good point.
Cool. We have a question. What makes a broadcast trending? So that's a really good point. In most cases,
Very
it's
good
dependent
question.
on activity on the broadcast, whether that be comments or awards or just views. In some cases, some slip through and will be on trending with 0 views. In those cases, it's because it's a relatively new user, and it'd be great to get you all to welcome in new users that way. So that's kind of the mix of what's going on there.
Right. So yeah, we are planning to make some other changes on Discovery as well in the medium term here. Certainly not fully baked or set in stone in terms of this, but what else do we have? Yeah, so Brett says the M1 chip for Macs have been very good at running the web studio for what it's worth.
Yes. Yeah, agreed.
Agreed. Hey, good to see you, Isa Betabug in the house. Happy Earth Day to you. I noticed that Isa has a scheduled broadcast for later today as well. Excited about that. What else do we have in the house? Yeah,
that's exciting. I recently planted a new tree, not like today, but it was in observance of Earth Day. So I have a new tree growing in my yard. It's like yay big so far. So really
sounds like you better do a broadcast for Earth Day on that tree.
It's not much to look at. It's a Japanese red maple.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's cool. Fancy. That'll provide some good shade for the roosters in there.
There's no
go hug the tree. Yes, hug the tree on Earth Day.
I don't know if it's safe to hug it yet. It's still small.
You might kill it.
Yeah,
gentle.
The last thing I need is to kill a tree on Earth Day.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But I will. There's 2 other trees I can hug. There's an orange tree and an avocado tree. So maybe.
That's good. Swift in the house. Lenny, good to see you all here. Flames, good to see you here. Nice. Any other questions for us for this edition of Updates and Q&A?
We just have a funny comment from Shirley. Thank you for removing that awards banner. My bank account has grown since. I'm assuming that means to the accidental awards that were given on iOS, and that'll be coming soon to Android as well. But I'm glad that you're enjoying that, and really happy that has solved for that issue.
That's good. Although we do encourage you to support broadcasters that you're big fans of to help them fund some of their amazing, time and energy and even tech that they spend on bringing these broadcasts to you. Let's see. My guest for today is having trouble connecting to our scheduled broadcast. She does not see the link to join the app on her phone. We're happy to help troubleshoot, Isa. Can you send us information on, actually, let's do this. Make sure they have the latest downloaded update, which came out within the last 24 hours. So that's the first thing. Make sure they have the most recent version. Needs to go to the App Store and check on that. Should be 6.6.15, right? Yeah. And otherwise, feel free to shoot us a note and we can help. She does see it on her computer. Interesting.
She does see it on her computer?
Yeah. So that's a new one. Try hard closing out of the app and coming back as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. We have an interesting comment. Any way we can tap coins, like how we tapped hearts. I need an addiction on here. I'm very interested to hear more if people would buy and use coins for tapping. So as opposed to, giving 150 coins for that high five award, you would be tapping coins. So just curious if what you all think about that, because that is interesting. Lenny's already stepping in. I don't miss the tapping at all. No, thank you. I know some of you do, some of you don't. And Kimberly did answer, I would buy coins to tap. Interesting.
Tapping, yes for tapping. Can do without tapping. Yes, another debate here. Interesting.
Tapping makes it hard to interact. Okay. Interesting.
We get a pie in the face award.
I'd enjoy a 1 coin icon that's tappable. Okay. Takes away from the broadcast. I like giving awards in the comment section. Much better. Coins might damage the screen. Yeah, I would tap 150 times. Miss the heart. Okay, Joanne.
Hey, good to see you, Joanne.
Yeah, so just so you all know, read the comments and then realize how hard it is for us to make decisions sometimes. True Seeker, as I've mentioned in your broadcast, please send us an email in regards to that. We have made it very clear to Happs broadcasters that if a guest says something vulgar or says something derogatory or that breaks our community guidelines, both you and the guest will be warned. You are responsible for what's in your broadcast.
Right. And it's not just, profanity. It's really those violations of community guidelines. So yes, you're responsible for the guests you have on and the content of your broadcast, frankly. So yes.
Still like the awards. Good to know. I would tap a llama for you to do the llama sound. Not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but there's no way my face will exist on the internet doing that llama sound that Blaine does.
Right. Yeah, that takes a special talent I don't think either of us have yet, at least. Yeah.
Right.
Emmy, good to see you here.
Hey, Emmy.
In the house.
Will links be clickable in the comments? I believe they should be fixed now for iOS. They used to be clickable, and they should be fixed again in this new version.
Mm-hmm.
If Brett's still in the room, he'll probably tell me I'm wrong.
Right.
Just arrived. We getting bubbles? What are bubbles? Are bubbles just like the tapping is?
See who's in the room, I think. Yeah. Who's in the broadcast, right? Viewing, I would guess.
I am wrong. Thank you, Brett.
Brett is here to fact check us when we lead folks astray. Brett, please do feel free to explain further. Yep. so comments are not clickable currently on iOS.
Correct.
If they have links, I mean.
Yes.
The links in comments, yeah.
And yeah, everyone's. Yes, people who follow who are in the room. Oh, okay, yeah. So Chelsea, that's a question that was asked earlier, but we don't know yet in regards to when seeing any sort of information about who's in the room will be coming yet. But thank you. And despite my little outburst earlier, please keep asking because it reminds us and it keeps it top of mind for us to bring it up. Responsible for Happs guests or all guests from all platforms? Oh, you are not responsible for the comments that are coming in from anyone. The person that is making the comment is the person responsible for the comment. If they're typing the comment as an audience member, if they are in your broadcast with you, then it's different.
Yep. And just a reminder for everyone to go and check out one of the latest Tutorial Tuesdays on the Happs account, which is all about moderation. You'll be able to set that default bar for sensitivity of profanity, insults. We actually have built in an algorithm that you can control and moderate out things like insults and threats and all of that. If that's something you have to worry about, I'm sorry if it is, but you do have some controls there to hide and filter out from external platforms, as well as the ability to mute those.
Yeah, correct. Emmy's asking a really important question. And just above that, Colin asked if we will be bringing a map view of live broadcasts. We're not sure yet. It is something that we've discussed since it is actually really cool. And, kudos to Periscope for doing that. I think it's a really interesting idea. But Emmy's asking, streaming from laptop and adding camera from my phone, but can't mute the phone audio. Any ideas other than plugging a headset in? Unfortunately, there is no other option besides plugging a headset in to fully drop the volume of your phone. If I'm not mistaken, that's an iPhone thing. You just can't drop your volume to 0 anymore.
Yeah, you're right. It's a device issue.
Yeah. Can you add light filters to the broadcast? So right now there are certain filters that can be turned on, but only in the studio, and they don't do much. I'll just be honest with you. They're simple. So I go ahead and enable it now so you can see the difference. And this is just the default settings. So if I wanted to make it more brighter, more contrasty, and apply the beauty filter to the max and disable it, enable it, you can start seeing the difference. But it's totally up to you if you want to use this, and you can play with it a little bit to get the results that you want. So there you go. I don't know if that actually came across on screen, if you all can notice the difference.
Right. Let's see here. Thank you for doing the question and answer, says Renee. Yeah, our pleasure. Glad to keep you guys updated. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in so far. Pablo, we're a few minutes over.
Oh, wow. That happened so fast.
Yeah. Just want to get to another question or two here before we do wrap up. Let's see, is there any way to stop a YouTube video from auto-playing when I put it in the comments? So not currently to our knowledge. That's definitely something that I will report back. Not that I know.
Unless there's a setting in the share option of YouTube. So like if you go to YouTube and hit share, no, there is not an option for that anymore. Yeah, we'll have to probably do something on our end for that. And
Winnie's hearing roosters as well. Yes, that would be on Pablo's end, I believe.
Yeah, I took a vacation to Hawaii. That's why you hear roosters. Just kidding. Can Happs be a Happs Achievement Awards board for the Happs community, sort of like the best movie of the week or best Happs cooking broadcast? Just an idea. That's interesting. Would it be just kind of like looking at all of the broadcasts that we feature on Broadcast of the Week on a leaderboard so that you can actually click through them and watch them?
Oh, great. Emmy, thanks for that feedback, by the way. I'm reading that on your phone. What model iPhone do you have, by the way? What size? Is it a plus or a regular? Curious to learn. We'll pass this along.
Yeah, Gemma, it seems like that troll was probably reading Happs comments and then commenting through Twitter because they've probably already been muted or blocked on Happs, which I love my Hawaiian chicken. Yeah, Jack.
iPhone 8 says Amy. Okay, thanks. We'll take that to our team. Can Peter put the hat on? Yes, if I can reach it. Can I reach it?
Yeah, you
Happy
can.
to put this hat on. This is a brand new hat. I think this
All
is the
right.
second time I've worn it. This is
La-
probably the sign to end this broadcast.
One last question. Will the live previews be bigger like Periscope had? I hate that question has like Periscope had, but I agree with you. The live previews and thumbnails where we do have them can be improved. And that's something that's going to be looked at by our new designer who will be doing a top to bottom evaluation of everything. So stay tuned for that. It's not going to happen overnight, but we're really excited to see the changes that happen. And nice hat
Absolutely.
here. I think I need to get myself one of those.
Thanks. You need to get a hat. Hey, I don't have swag, but I got a hat. So
Right. That is fair. Here, I'll just show this off one more time while you.
What a jerk. Anyway, I love you, Pablo. Sorry. And yeah, thanks for all the compliments on the hat. Wow. Appreciate that. Indiana Peter, right? Yeah, it's a wool crushable. I'm not endorsed by them either, I will say. But Happs cowboy hats, huh? Interesting idea there. Thank you. Yes, and happy Earth Day to everyone. We appreciate
everyone.
y'all joining and tuning in. And Pablo planted a tree, a red maple, allegedly. So that's good. I need to do something. I'm planting basil. Maybe I'll show that sometime. But I don't know if that really counts as something for the planet. It's purely for my pasta. But
Definitely. And Issa is asking for zip up hoodies, which I'm sure one of our co-founders will be excited to hear.
Yeah, not in this round, Issa. It's definitely something that's on the list, and you're not alone. Yes. Thank you so much, guys.
There was a hard fought battle for them. I'll give you that much.
Yes, yes. I'm sure they will be happening at some point. Awesome. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. We will see you back tomorrow for broadcast of the week.
Bye, everyone. Nice comment, Helen.
Bye-bye. Cheerio, everyone. Plant a tree.